Good evening, everyone. My name's David. I'm here to tell you about a personal experience I had just this past weekend. Joining me today are this amazingly decorated alpaca, pirate rubber ducky, and this super dope Star Wars mug. How's everyone today? I hope well. I am doing quite well. Thank you kindly for asking. I appreciate it. Today I'm going to tell you about an experience in which I had my phone number stolen. I had multiple passwords compromised for important accounts in my life, and how I learned a valuable lesson about the security of my accounts. It all started when I woke up Saturday morning and I discovered that the SIM1 was not provisioned statement was on my phone, which pretty much means either you have a hardware issue or there's something else going on with your cellular service. I also noticed that multiple accounts of mine, including a cryptocurrency account, my main email, and my Apple ID, among others, the passwords had been reset and changed. So I immediately began to worry. I went to do some text messaging, I went to make a couple phone calls, and nothing happened. My cellular service had been shut off to that phone. I've had this phone for over a year, I guess, with this cellular service. So I called immediately the cellular service, and they suggested that they could not help me over the phone and that I would have to go to a store. But they also suggested that they believed that my name had been canceled off of my cellular service and I had lost my phone number. So I left the house to go to my first store. Upon arriving at this store, there was a young fellow working, and he had delightful rap music playing with coarse language, which I thought was interesting for a customer service situation. He attempted to help me, but settled on the conclusion that he couldn't help me and that the folks over the phone would have to assist me instead. So I called my second customer service representative at this time, spoke with her at length, while the other fellow in the store helped another customer. She wanted to speak with him. She thought maybe the three of us could work out the situation. Well, by the time he got finished up with the customer, we got disconnected. So I got frustrated at this point and I left. I went to my second store location in the mall, which no longer exists, by the way, and called my third customer service representative, a very pleasant young fellow, not helpful in the least, zero help. He got frustrated and suggested that what had happened to me was absolutely impossible. I suggested to him that it actually had happened, so there. But he proceeded to put me on hold and to speak with the manager, I believe, and then probably 5 minutes later he hung up. So upon learning that the mall no longer had my store, I left and proceeded to store number 3, which actually was the place that I had purchased my phone 3 years prior, the plan, that is. So, and I called customer service representative number 4 at that time. So between myself and customer service representative number 4 and Tiffany from the third location, we were able to resolve the situation within 2 more hours of trials and tribulations. We added extra security, extra password, an encrypted password, and a different PIN. Originally, my PIN had been, when I first purchased the phone, the 8 digits of my birth date, which is a terrible idea, which is part of the moral of our story. The moral of the story being our passwords. We think that we can just put something simple, our dog's name, or your birthday, but we really need to take the time to add that extra layer of security, take that suggested password so that people can't discover our financials password. They changed my passwords, and I didn't have access to these accounts anymore, and it took some doing to get that access back. So I learned a valuable lesson about that. My phone is now under high alert and high security because folks can take my phone and verify my other accounts through that, which is trouble. So I hope you learned something from my experience. I certainly did. I was very stressed, and I'm feeling a lot better now, but I spent a lot of time changing a lot of passwords in my life, and I highly recommend you do the same. So Does anybody have any questions about my wonderful situation that I went through and the lesson I learned because of it? No? Okay. Well, thank you for listening. I appreciate it. I hope you all learned something today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you. Bye.